Alright, I've been fishing for a bit. Hang on a sec. It's 3 in the afternoon, I just woke up. Yeah, anyway. I've been fishing and, got a few things, that I've been wanting. Including one of these. Well, ultimately 3. I've got 2 more since. So I was able to, you know what, I'll just show you what I did, hang on. So having these things, I'm able to talk to Chester and get sugar canes. Which, you know, I'm going to seed vault one of these. Probably no good reason, that's what I'm going to do. Given that, I went ahead and chopped down the forest, or grove, or whatever this thing is, a couple of times. It looks like it's all filled in again, too. You know, I could probably stand and grab some more oak wood. I have 2 at the moment. Get all 224 bits of wood out of this thing, which are going to be 226, which is going to need 22 more blocks of dirt. It gets back up there by where the village is going to be. I've got that sugarcane kind of farm. Which is also grown out. Which should give me enough sugarcane A to plant an entire double row, which is close to 40 meters long. And B, have enough left over to, I don't know how much sugar I have, but I want, I think I need 64 of them to get a witch egg. And I don't know if you noticed, but I had 4 of those Nemo fish already. Which if I brought those down, I could probably trade them for cages and get a little started on this. Oops. Alright, I'm going to chop down a couple hundred, well, 56 trees, and I'll just come back when that's done. Alright, so that's all cleared. I've got each time I do this I get pretty much exactly 3.5 stacks of new wood, which doesn't translate to a multiple of 10, so every 5th time, every 5th time I get an extra 10. Or an extra 20, in fact. Which means every 3rd time I can kind of awkwardly get 23 bits of dirt instead of 22. Well, these will fall on their own over time. Wow, my slime factory is working. Probably technically ought to sleep. The whole place is lit up well enough that danger is pretty minimized, but technically a skeleton can always come out of there at me. And it might help if the sun helps to kill it before I even see it. Also, I noticed on playing back through the video from last time, another Enderman got loose. I didn't even notice it while I was building the slime farm, but it was over there in the corner, so go back and watch for that, I guess. Nothing happened. It eventually just evaporated on its own. Oh, right, get dirt. Hey, Chester. And leaving 6. I pretty much just need 6 more saplings and I'll be able to restock this without grabbing any saplings things out of the crate there. Okay, 5 more. On the other hand, I've got a whole bunch of saplings, so I really don't care very much. And then in around an hour, these ought to all be fully run trees again, and you'll get yet more dirt. Which, even if I don't put dirt in the village, I do want, well, apart from building sugarcane rows up there by the village, so I can merge the sugarcane into paper, and then paper into income. Where am I? God, I have enough apples, and I'm... Alright, whatever, I'll probably get to that. How much sugar have I got? 51. Okay. I can remember. I need, what, 13 more? Which, there might be enough sugarcane up there right now to get me that. Which, in addition to the spider egg I have, it might almost make more sense today to, well, building a village is going to take probably an hour, maybe longer. Although I did move I added a tree up here so I wouldn't have to go all the way downstairs just to get more wood if I run out. And I've been playing with that a bit, so I'm not even sure I will run out of that much. But building in the village is going to be a bit of a process, even if I jump cut around, because things get redundant. If you're wondering how I got that there, it's pretty obvious. I just dumped water over the side and rode it down to down a couple of levels. What the hell is that? I don't care. Rode it down, looked up, dumped the block in place, came up, and then the level beneath the one I'm actually on. Which I don't like doing, but there's not a lot of decent alternative in a SkyBlock. Alright, so, yeah, I'll get you in a sec. Oh, you know what, I probably should do this in a better order. Those aren't going to stay where I put them. Water. Water. Well, I've got enough water now to do what I'm doing. I really don't like hearing it run like that. It bothers me. So fill it entirely in. And, no more waves. So what I wouldn't hate doing, well, the process might not be all that great. What I wouldn't oppose having is pretty much 2 more of these. Where this is roughly 40 meters, this is 30 odd meters long. So twice is 70 odd, and then times 2 more reeds to grow up. I'm gonna grab those. You can, I don't care where you go. What else have I got? Oh, that sounds cool, but there's only 6 left on it, which on breaking is what, a factor of like 2.5 or something, so that's 15-ish. Same thing here, 18, 36, 45-ish. I'm just going to leave these here until I have the iron to build an anvil. And then at minimum I can start them over on newness and keep that up, I guess. Really good would be either catching or trading for mending. I really like mending, especially in SkyBlock, where I can stand here or down where the spiders are and just kill things for hours. And anything I smack a almost dead zombie with, or you know, whatever, I've dropped 24 blocks, it'll kill it in 1 or 2 strikes and give me enough experience back to replenish anything. I've drilled down diamond axes and shovels and things to just nothing left, and then built them back up by smacking nearly dead monsters. Oh, let me double check, because I don't know if I need sugar apart from my clan. Well, I need cages, which are right about here. Don't need these for anything else, so just give me many cages. And then find the sugar. Gets me a witch. Okay, here's why I want witches. One, they're uncommon. I'm trying to think how many of these I need. 50, so I need 8 more. So I'm not just going to get them with my monster fact. Well, obviously I am. I got 53 of them, 51. More than that if they didn't all drop sugar. But apart from dropping sugar, they also drop redstone. And over time, I can stack up thousands upon thousands. Cats being nuts. Thousands of redstone blocks, ultimately. And I'm not a huge fan, personally, of redstone contraptions. I'm not disacknowledging their value, I just don't like them. But there are redstone things like that fishery I've got that absolutely make things easier to do. I also won't mind doing like a rail system so I can transport stuff around without carrying it. And I might even build like an elevator or something. Although you can do that, in fact, without redstone. What am I up to? So, here's my spider egg, there's my witch egg, here's my spawners. And I'm pretty sure, with one exception later, I'm gonna, well, maybe more than one exception. I'm gonna want spawners down on the, on level 1 for something. At least one of them. But that's after I get into the nether. Otherwise, by then I'll probably have caught another fish. Alright, so what do I want to do? I can probably sleep. I can do the village, or I can do the spawner. The village will take longer, the spawner... What do you know, it actually might land on that. Stuff landing on that will do me no good until I have hoppers, and I'm not going to have hoppers in any large numbers until I have a village. So let's do the village first. And by that I mean let's sleep first. And then we'll get the village happening. Seriously, cut it out. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Because I did this, I've already started on the perimeter of the village. Which is okay, it saves me time later, it just also wrecks my plan. So give me these. I guess that can't hurt to have with me. Alright, so having started, let's just 0. 5, 10, 15, 20, 530, 540 is the entire length in this direction. And then, with the exception of every 5th block where there's a torch, these will all have doors on them. Although not right away, partly because I don't have the wood for it, and partly because if I'm using a spawner, I don't want it to be a village before I'm ready for it to be a village, which means that I don't want iron guys. Am I in the right place? Spawning wherever they like. I want to be able... That seems wrong to me. No, it's right. I want to be able to limit their existence to the middle of the village, where there's going to be kind of a waterfall thing going on. I'm really not sure I'm getting... Okay, I guess I am. It just seems like I should be off by one. So if I can get the villagers of the village up to the numbers I want before it's a village, I can isolate 4 of them into strategically plotted spots that, okay, see, there's no way this is... That is so weird. Apparently counting while talking is bizarre. If I have villagers in the right places, then the golem things won't spawn anywhere but the very middle. And then I can just drop them down into... Seriously? I guess so. Alright, but I got that right? It's extraordinary. Okay. And therefore I've got extra rocks, which is good. Although I don't have enough extra rocks for what I want to do. Ultimately, I'm going to need way more than that. I don't need any more rocks for a while. I also don't really need that, or probably that, or that. Or, in fact, that. That'll come in handy. Don't really need that on me. Or that. It's okay. Actually, I'm just... Well, it doesn't hurt me. Guys. Cats are seriously happy. Just want to jump on everything they see. Alright. Well, this being the perimeter, this, in a sense, is going to be additional perimeter because there will be another set of doors on this row of stuff. And I suppose I could just use more cobblestone for this, but again, even if I set it up to mine cobblestone for me, I've got to swap out pickaxes every couple of stacks, and it's just easier to chop down a tree and segregate, or split logs into 4 planks, and go from there. So, wood, particularly spruce wood, is just a hell of a lot easier to collect in the first place, because about the time I'm done, well, if I chop that down right then. Alright, do I have space? Yeah, okay. Alright, so this just kind of goes around the middle interior like this. Obviously. And the next step is not, in fact, just another row. Which is why I'm only doing one row right now. You know what, I'm just going to finish this and I'll come back and talk about what the next row looks like. Alright, so the row is done. Here's what we do next, and you're not going to like it. Because this row goes down one. Kind of like that did. And the only really good way to do that is give myself a waterfall. Smack that right there. Get out of the waterfall. Grab the water. And now knowing that there's a block under me, grab it. And then this one just loops around exactly like anything else, but a meter lower. But only this row, because the next one's, which is why that's still there, is going to be at what's going to be floor level. This is going to be a oh, what the hell am I doing? I'm not... So, funny thing. I'm not putting dirt in here, which means I don't have to... Okay, ordinarily... I cannot believe I didn't even think of that. Ordinarily, the middle 3 rows... I'll explain this again later when it exists. The middle 3 rows are dirt, farmland. Oh, stupid. There needs to be an undo button. In this case, it's not relevant, because it's all going to be wood, because I'm not going to come up with 400 blocks of dirt to, you know, just get out, I don't care. Alright, so that wasted some wood for me. Oh, no, I don't even need that. Technically. Okay, that's in place, yay. Let's just do this. This will make more sense, because this does add up with what I'm used to. Door, wall. The wall prevents villagers from just jumping out and getting in my way. So you can imagine, ordinarily there'd be water right here, atop trough beneath it, and then that would be within 4 blocks of farmland, which would hydrate at least 2 of the 3 rows. That was just dumb. So, in this case, I'm technically using less wood because I'm not building a trough. Although I'm going to be using more wood once I fill in the interior with wood instead of dirt. But that's okay, I've got wood. Everything else about the village at this point is wood. This part of the perimeter being cobblestone is almost just more aesthetic. I'm just used to having rows with torches on them being made of cobblestone. And it corresponds to the grid, where, you know, it's a factor of 5. Oh, and the sun is setting, which is something to talk about, because the way this works... sorta. The way this works, there aren't really going to be any torches inside the village until it's done. Or at least almost that done. I guess there could be, I could just thump them down as I need them. Assuming I can just get this all done during the daytime, it won't actually make a lot of difference. Alright, give me a bunch of wood. Now this is just going to be another ring, which I don't need to film. I'm just going to build this all the way around and then come back. Alright, so the ring inside is done. And I just made it one wide because it's a lot easier to do while walking backward. This is going to be... There will be a villager conceivably standing here with fence and stuff around him. And that'll actually make room for a whole bunch as they line up the perimeter. Otherwise, this is going to be kind of where the fences go. And again, this will make more sense when it's done. If you're wondering, I actually kind of got the idea for this one from Megatrain, who did the end of SkyBlock map, which isn't this. Although he was working in like 1.6, maybe 1.7. I want to say he was doing it while villagers still confused charcoal with coal. So it's been a while. And it was therefore long before villagers learned to do their own farming. So based on his design, I did this, which is similar. And then typically just put farmland in it so that it's completely self-sustainable. In this case, I'm not going to have dirt, so I'm going to make it more like his was, although there's still some exceptions. Because while his worked, it used a little more materials than I thought were necessary. And the lighting on it was just kind of weirdly random. I didn't like it. Alright, so this is ordinarily the end of the wood for a bit, and then I would just fill in the next 3 spots, these, with dirt. But here I'll just do wood, and I'll go ahead and do it by 3 so I know where I am. Because as we reach the interior of this thing, the middle, which is going to be full of water, well, not full of water, but include water, needs to be a certain size. So I'm just going to fill this all into the next step, and then we'll come back. Alright, so now I've got the next 3 up in, which, yeah, would ordinarily be dirt. And then the next step after that, what is that noise? Weird. Is just do that again, in fact, just another 3. And this is going to be, in fact, I can actually put that right there, another wall. So, if I put that there, I can't get around it. So another 3, leaving, I think the hole in the middle is something like 19 meters wide. So I'll just go ahead and do this again, off camera, and then come back to talk about the next step. Right. That, in 2 dimensions, is the village. Everything that's really part of the village is going to be, it's already built here. Internal wall, which, thinking about it, since I'm not doing dirt, I can make it more 2-dimensional than usual. Ordinarily with the center here, I go, damn it, down a level, so that the water on the inside hydrates the inner row of farmland. But I don't have that, so I think I can probably just make it all flat. It won't make any difference. Well, actually it will, because I'll need to make this wall a bit higher than it is, but apart from that, well, probably I will. Just because the You know what? I don't want to do that because it's going to change everything. I'll just go down a level. It's fine. It makes no difference in the end. No, actually, yeah, I don't have to do it. It'll make more sense later. Actually, for now, there's going to be no benefit in filling that in until I have doors. I mean, I can do it before I have doors, but it doesn't matter. I need that. And just go ahead and give me as many of these as you want to make right now. 50 is not nearly enough. That may be nearly enough. Just real quick, I'm going to fill in a lower slab upper wall thing, which A, villagers can't jump onto, and B, monsters can't spawn upon. So that helps. I'm going to do the same to the inner wall, so I'll just come back in a sec. Alright, so now the inner wall is done. If I jump down right now, I can't get back up unless I, sit down a way to do that. I am going to go ahead and just fill this in now. Which is really nothing more than filling it in over to that corner, so I'm not going to film it. Just because it's going to get awkward to try to get anything done later. So I'll just do that real quick and come back. That's filled in. Now I'm stuck. But I gotta do something anyway. I'm going to throw these in the corners. When I say it's going to be full of water, I don't mean like a lake. I mean like a sinkhole. And since I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go over half an hour on this episode. I guess there's no law against that. I don't care. It can be 40 minutes long or whatever. See what it is in the end, I guess. This is not normal, but I'm going to do it. You know what I'm going to do, in fact. Give me these. That goes there, and then it can swing up so that nothing gets in. There shouldn't be a lot anyway, but... just for the moment, I'm going to put this here. I'll take it down later. This, with the things in the corners, prevent the water from reaching the corners, and therefore just filling it all in like a lake. Instead, it will just be a kind of a convergence of little rivers, and it'll leave a spot right in the middle that's 3 by 3, which, as it happens, is a pretty good size for iron golems to fall through. Even though they can't technically fall to their death, although if they did it at the moment, they'd fall into the void and it would be about the same thing. But eventually, I'm going to have a lava blade right here, about 60 odd meters down, and that'll burn up their heads, and then they'll die and drop iron into hoppers for me. Throw additional... I don't really need to be in the water for this, do I? Additional kind of waterfalls here. Of course. Yeah, better than torches, I suppose. Alright, and I want my water back. take these out, which I don't really care that much about 16. Oh, nuts. Well, I still have this here, right? I don't care that much about 16 planks that are just sitting here. They can go evaporate later. Although it is possible to swim upstream and get back out of one of these. It's just... odds are good that at least one will get left behind in a corner instead of getting pushed to the middle. Just because it starts right there. If you can see that. And I don't want to go into every corner and try to get back bits of wood that if I just go over there I can have lots. This doesn't belong here. This belongs, I don't know, here. This is going to be my way in to get out. I would say in and out, but that one's actually in. And then once I'm out, I can flip it up. I've never seen a villager jump on one of these if there's nothing beneath it. If you have a plank beneath it like this, I've seen them do it. Which I didn't know they could do, but apparently they can. But, you know, it flips up, so I might as well make it flip up. I don't care either way. What's next? Next, I want to create little villager bays. And that relies on these and probably more than those. And here, this is just kind of already one. We'll leave that where it is. Skip one, thump, 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 thump. Every other one, which if I don't get this wrong, should get me to the other corner. And this is what I was talking about with isolating 4 villagers. I want one in each. Where's the torch? There. I want one here and then over there and so on. Because that way the village with the doors surrounding it gets the idea that where the water is in the middle is the middle. And therefore the iron guys almost never spawn anywhere but in the water and then get pushed to the middle and then over the side and down into the lava blade I haven't got yet. Because I have a bucket of lava, so... oh, good. That's incorrect. So, I'm going to do it here, too. Probably what I'll do is move my cobblestone generator over here, but down. And, that's actually more than I'm going to need. I don't know what I'm going to need, in fact. I kind of lost count. Probably about that. I'll find out in a sec. It doesn't really kill me to have half slabs that I'm not going to use, because I can use them to fill in little spots that I could otherwise use full blocks. Unless I have one, then I can't do much of anything with it. But that's okay, I don't care. In fact, that would... where did I leave my... was I way over there? Yeah, because I got 24. Okay. And, then with the exception of the, flippy door, trap door, I just want to fill these in because otherwise the hatchling, villagers, certificates, whatever the hell they are, will occasionally hide in there, and then if they grow up, I've seen them kind of get confused and bump their ways outside the village, and I don't want them outside the village, because then they can bump into me, and instead of just having them walk off a cliff, they take me with them, and I'm not into that. Alright, I could, at this point, set up my spawner. I need more than 18. Get out of there. Give me whatever this is going to be. But, well, I'm going to put that off until I do one thing, because if I get crowded in here with villagers, it's going to be really hard to add anything. So I might as well just finish this off, and the sun's about to set. Okay, let me go see what this looks like. I need a bunch of fence posts, which I have like 32 of them already. And I need gates. And we are way over half an hour. Why don't we just cut this for now? And next time we'll finish off the village, get villagers started breeding, spawning. And maybe I can look into doing the actual spawn thing. It's gonna be a thing, you'll see. But for now I'm gonna take a nap so monsters don't come at me. And we'll just pick this up next time. See you then.